Do we have any, oh no, I'm not at adjustments. Sorry. So call those to order. We've got the minutes to review from our last meeting, April 7th.
Look good to me.
I can't say I reviewed them enough. I know I read them and I don't remember if I finished them. I have reviewed them enough to second a motion.
All right, I'm gonna move to approve.
Second. Keep my word. All in favor of approving the April 7th meeting minutes? Say aye.
Aye.
Any adjustments?
Yes, I have one. I wanted to add an agenda item pertaining to the Groton Library's grant that Rural Edge is the recipient of, basically. Rural Edge has asked, in support of the grant, that the town approve an amendment to the grant. And I would, on that basis, make a motion that we authorize Lisa Hart to sign on behalf of the town to approve the amendment to the grant. Actually, I'm sorry, it's just the agenda item, but that's the item.
I'll move it to grants. Is that what the attachment is though? That's an easy one.
Yes.
Just sign it and call it a day. Standard state terms. Sort of where they were revised and they want to put the new ones in. Or they weren't in the first
Or they weren't in
one.
the first place, I'm not sure which.
Supposed to be.
I'm not sure which.
Failed. I'll just add that to grants.
Thank you.
And then that'll be an easy one.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so our first agenda item is to open the bids for the community building exit door project. They were due today for the meeting. I didn't receive any electronically into the office.
I just have that one.
We
I
got
didn't
one.
receive. Yep.
Want me to open it?
Go ahead.
All right, so we have, appears to be one bid. This one I didn't do all the
You
work
did.
on.
They.
Yeah,
Right.
I met, hopefully, let's see, I did meet this contractor there.
Yeah.
So it's a bid from Kevin Ricker, Groton, Vermont. This is bid for the project, the community building. He plans to complete it by October 2026. Replace the gym exit, build a landing over the cement ramp and stairs. Gone. Use composite decking material and railing to match the front entranceway. Remove the old railing around the vault. Repair the front entranceway decking and tear up the old asphalt. Plans to build out a walkway around the backside of the community building in both directions with stay mat, over 170 feet long, 4 foot wide, and compacted. Also clear out the community garden area, removing the unwanted brush, or behind the community garden area, excuse me, removing unwanted brush, garbage junk against the stone wall, and moving the white vinyl fence to the edge of the property line facing west. The total bid is $12,500. It's the only bid we have.
So is it appropriate to make a motion to approve the bid?
Or to accept it, I think, and then award the motion to accept and award the contract. We're to do that.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to just talk about anything.
If we had discussion, we could
Well,
have
I
it
guess
now
once you
or
make a
after.
motion, then you can talk about
Yeah,
it.
either time. I mean, I'm not sure what we were expecting for that job, but you know, as I was walking it, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna add up quickly. It seemed somewhat.
Yeah, he
fair.
came twice and talked with us and we walked all around outside, so he really had a good idea of what the town was looking for, so.
Yeah.
And then you talked to Harold about the water drainage issue and talked about how to do the stay mat and the width and all that. So he really put a lot of work into making it match the front and, you know, because we finally got this all looking good and having that look good is important.
I agree.
So,
Yeah, what do? You got one bid, right? I mean, we need it done.
Yeah, I mean, and it wasn't $497,000 or whatever
Right.
crazy bids we got for the
Yeah.
energy stuff,
Right,
you know,
right.
we're like, whoa, we're not doing
And I
anything.
know he does good work, you know, and,
he knows this building.
yeah.
He's done a lot of work in here and, you know, and he knows how important this building is to our community. So I really, all those things kind of play into the work too, so.
This was within the budget, this bid is within the budget we had for this project,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to accept Kevin Ricker's bid for $12,500 to do the community building non-MERP project, we'll call it. Did I miss something? And to complete it by, or to award
Do you
the
wanna,
contract.
is that, as long as it's done for
Yeah,
fall foliage,
it
or,
needs to be done before fall foliage.
yeah.
So it will,
Yeah.
so we'll reach out to Kevin and give him the terms.
And what's that?
He says October 2026.
And fall foliage is,
Yeah, it's
September,
cutting it a
right
little
there.
close, maybe we
Close.
should give a little earlier deadline, but,
yeah,
So why don't we move then to award or to
except,
offer the job to Kevin with the term of that it be completed, you know, as
September
reasonably as
1st.
possible. by-
yeah. Did we, on the bid, we didn't put, did we put,
I thought we did.
but did we put October
I don't know if we-
26th?
if we put a bit. a
Yes,
date-
we did. He just put that time right
Yeah,
there.
so I
We can-
think it's an easy discussion with them.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
we touched on it too.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
said
I
something
have a
about fall
timeline to be
foliage.
completed by October
yeah,
20th.
so he just followed that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think, I
So
think,
let's just, yeah, and let's just express our desire and ask him if we can schedule this before then,
yeah.
if possible, and we'll hear what he says.
No,
So I'll make a motion to award, or to, award the contract, or to select Kevin's bid and award contract,
Yep.
$12,500.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye. All right.
good.
So who will let him know?
Mike, you want, I can call him tonight.
Okay,
I'll call him.
all right,
Get that.
that'd be great.
You got him? All right.
Yeah.
You need this?
Yeah,
Yes.
do you need info from it?
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
drop some notes afterwards if that's okay.
The second page is the
It's
bid.
okay.
All right, so that takes care of the community building exit door project. Next, we have a request to cater permit.
Yep, I received this last week. It is the name of the business is the Elsewhen Elsewhere Vintage Studio and Showroom, which is the old general store. They're doing a wine pouring and beer and wine pouring at the grand opening party. I saw a sign out there
Yeah,
now.
me too.
So, between 3 and 9 p.m. So it's just a permit for them to do that for that day and that time, and that's it.
What day is it?
This Saturday, the 25th. It's the request, I would have done, if we didn't have this meeting, I would have, last week may just come in or something, but
Yeah.
the Buttery, Vermont, I think it's who it is that's doing
It's
it.
in St. Johnsbury area.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that is great.
Yeah.
We went there, that is great.
Yep, so
This is
that,
like, I have plans this week.
so I just need, you to make a motion if you would like to approve it, and then I go into the portal and click approve.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve it. Congratulations on opening a business.
I'll second it.
All in favor of approving the request to cater permit for the, I'm not gonna repeat the name. Say aye.
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 I wish you would, sorry, you would repeat it.
Let me read it.
Elsewhere.
Elsewhen, Elsewhere Vintage Studio and Showroom.
Vintage.
Elsewhere, Vintage Studio, and
What does that mean? Is
So,
it an antique
else.
store or
It's a
what?
vintage.
have you been in,
vintage
it was in there,
Clothing?
it was open, fall foliage. so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
When
has
is
two
it-
other
when is it
locations.
open?
Well, I don't know yet. I
It
mean,
Yeah.
hasn't really been open.
Yeah, has it
Definitely
really?
this weekend.
Yeah. so
definitely
maybe this
Saturday
is
between
it.
3 and 9.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking
Yeah.
the general store was that building on it.
no, no.
Well, there's a couple other ones
Yeah.
down there, too. The library's one, right?
Right.
Okay,
Alright. Next up, we've got department updates. I know Harold's out. Do we have anything from highway?
getting their truck fixed.
Yeah, truck broke down this morning. Parts got ordered, and gonna, guys coming to fix it. The AC compressor failed, so
Yeah.
belt burned off it, so,
Is this the truck we're replacing?
no.
Good question.
Okay.
The truck we're replacing got oil pan leaking oil on the ground. Put a gallon in this morning. I don't know if we might have to put an oil pan on it. They're gonna monitor it.
Or a
No.
dollar Or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Groton is not easy on.
No, so, I mean, the Harold's truck, the green truck, you know, it's just kinda normal.
Yeah.
I mean, when you call the dealer and they've got all the parts on the shelf, it's happened quite a few
Common
times.
fix.
Yeah, so, the only thing we couldn't do is, well, Harold, you gotta recover the R-134 out of the AC compressor. So, we hired Tim Aiken to do it. He said he could do it Thursday, so.
Interesting. Was it going to vacuum or something, or another container?
Another can, well, they
Zero
got
pressure.
reclaimers and then they filter them, and they can put it right back in.
Gotcha. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That's it for highway on,
Yep.
Lisa, what do you got? Treasurer.
All I have is the audit has begun. We're doing all the field work. We're wrapping it up, and then they'll come into the office and do any other work to finish it up. Usually they just come one day. I think we usually schedule 2 days just in case, but it's moving along like normal, I would say. They usually come in May. So that's what we've been working on. I guess that's it.
Nice. Carrie.
So I heard from FEMA about the change of scope work for Pound Road Bridge. Remember, we didn't do exactly how we originally were told to do. And Harold put the culvert in instead of a full bridge. And it came out cheaper, so then technically we had to get a change of the scope of work. So that got approved, so yay. But I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do if it didn't, but, so that's approved, and we're still waiting to hear if we will have to return a portion of the money, because we received more money than it cost us. We received the amount on what we estimated we were gonna do, but now we did a cheaper version, so we might have to send some back, which we talked about, I think, a few different times.
yeah.
We had, well, I don't know when we talked about the hazardous waste on railroad bed. So the hazmat people were here yesterday and they were gonna go test it. They tested it, said it was household hazardous waste, like Roundup and wood cleaners mixed with water. The containers were not leaking, so there was no environmental issue. And they said for us to bring it up to our Northeast Kingdom Waste Management. Called them today and they are fine with that, but that we can't do it till the first week of May, or from that point forward when they open Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Brent brought it to the salt shed to wait its time to go up to there. So that was interesting, but. And then I did have a call from the game warden about a problem dog, and he said he was gonna call me back to let me know how that turned out, but he didn't. He was gonna go assess it. It wasn't a problem dog, people left it for days. And they got a report of it from, I'm sure, the neighbors, and he was gonna go see if he could get a look at him and what kind of shape he was in, and if he wasn't good, he was gonna try to get him over to Country Canine. And if he looked like he could get him some food and water, he was gonna do that, but I never heard back. That was yesterday. And we have, It Takes a Village from the library is gonna come and do a little tour of our offices / building, and they do, I think I put it down, yeah. It's a program that the library puts on, to cultivate local connections, inspire young people to learn about, engage with, and make a positive impact on their community. So it's a group of young folks, middle schoolers, and they'll give them a little tour and introduction to the town hall and all the things that go on here. So that's happening Thursday. And I think that is all.
What school is that?
I think it's, I mean, it's
Well, it's from
probably
Blue Mountain.
local, so.
It's a logo school, yeah.
It's kids that come after school and hang out at the library. We started sort of a pilot program of after-school activities, and there's I can't remember his name, but there's a guy that's heading it up.
Titan
Yes.
Potter is
And,
doing it,
yes,
yeah.
and so they're trying to just do some things to get the kids,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
out
connected in the community, know what's going on. I think they've been to
Should
the
get them
fire
over to the
station.
Gateway Park and show them all the trails that need to be cut. You know, busy guy, come on, there's gotta be an Eagle Scout in there who wants to build a bridge or a trail or something. Come on.
Yeah, just see what's.
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll
available.
talk to him.
Talk to Sarah.
I just keep getting roped into being the leader of the pack.
I don't think you have to be, it's all within walking distance, so Titan can walk them
Yeah,
over
if you
there.
could start with the kids, that could be some, group of kids, fun project. That's fun, but,
Yep, so that's what I have. I was just gonna say, 224 dogs. So we're in the late fee section now, so people are still trickling in. I emailed people that I have their emails for to give them a little friendly reminder, and a few have come in, and the rest I'll probably be a little bit and I'll send out a letter to them and see what we get.
is the dog with the game warden registered? I was gonna
No.
ask you that at the time. No, okay, I didn't.
I mean, I'm 99.9% sure I know what house and dog it is, but no, it's not.
I figured as much.
It was probably 3 years ago, I think I looked up, but not since then.
So 224 dogs have been registered?
Yep. And that is what I have.
Excellent. I thought I had a question for you. Other business, so we'll move on to Dorothy. Dorothy, how's it going? What we're having assess it.
So we've been doing inspections. We've pretty much got them all done. We may have one or two more to do. Justin worked yesterday and did the first current use submission. So we go through and we update all the current use files, send it to the state, then they send it back, and it goes back and forth 3 or 4 times. So he's got the first submission done. We've been gotten to the end of the PTTRs. We've had property transfers. We've had as far as about 90 this year. Normally we have somewhere between 60. Wow. But we've had 90 this year. So that's been a lot of work. And we've had a lot of training. I looked back today, I've had 7 trainings since February. Some have been off-site. One was an 8-hour webinar, and then others have been like, 2 or 3 or 1-hour webinars, but it seems like it's been a lot more training this year, but hopefully it'll slow down here. And then change of appraisals, we're working on getting all of the changes done. We're working towards June 5th to file our final abstract, and we're gonna have at least 100 change of appraisals plus current use that we send out. So that's, with all the changes and all the visits and inspections and done, that's a lot, that's more change of appraisals than we normally have had. So it's just been a busy year, but we're keeping ahead of it.
So is that busy year when you're saying you did 90, is that so far this year, or do you have to process ones that are still from last year that are going through the?
No, this is from April 1st of last year through March 31st of this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's by the year, that's our year, and then the building inspections start January 1st and go to December, and I don't know why, but they do. And we've already got 2 property transfers for next year already started, so.
So is that high, like even if you look at 5 years, that 90, is that high?
It's very high, yes. A lot of them are folks creating trusts, that sort of thing. And then we had 2 or 3 that had one parcel, but they thought they had to do like 3 property transfers. So that adds to our paperwork, but it's the way that's the way they process it. So anyway, and some subdivisions, we've had 2 or 3, well, we maybe had 4 or 5 subdivisions, so that, adds to the numbers. So, but anyway, we're keeping on top of it.
Nice job. Any other questions for Dorothy? Well, I'll do the zoning update. We have not seen, I don't believe, the amount of zoning permits and applications that we typically do, right?
Not yet.
It's coming.
I know it's coming. And because hearing that, that's 90 properties that might have new hands that are looking at them and saying, what should we do here? I know contractors are flat out, so I kind of
So
wonder.
sometimes what Dan would do is, he would see a contractor working,
Yeah.
and make sure they had a building permit,
Oh, where you going next? What else you got going on? Yeah.
especially the lake.
Yeah. The lake is definitely the, because they call someone up from wherever.
So lots of times we'll find something already built or in process of being built,
Yeah.
and there's never been a building permit, so
I
that
just-
happens.
In New Hampshire today, found two things like that. A house coming down, and a addition being added on that we weren't notified about. So it's common, yeah. So we'll have to keep our eye out.
Stuff coming down, we don't get notified for.
No.
That would be, and the smart thing for a homeowner to do would be to tell us, so it can come off your card, but there's no permit or anything to say you need, you're gonna tear down your addition, so you gotta have a permit. No, you just tear it down.
Well, a lot of times it's probably included in building something too, right?
Yeah,
Take
a lot of
something
times
down,
replacing it or something.
Yeah. We charge $50 if you want to do a permit to demolish. It's just more paperwork, really. But, it would be a good way to notify ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the building permit is, it notifies
Yeah.
the town that something needs to get changed. I mean, it's just, people don't necessarily like that thought of taxes going up or the assessment going up, but if you left everything as it was 20 years ago, then there'd be nothing, no grand list to pay for anything.
That's how there's trust in the system.
Several years ago, I found it's probably 3.5-story barn, brand new, that I'd built, and no permit. The owner said, "Oh, I thought the builder was gonna do it," and the builder said, "I don't do permits." So, it had been there a day or two.
That's funny. Well,
And then health officer, you've had,
I guess
the-
other than the hazmat
Yeah.
thing, really haven't had
yeah,
much
I
else.
mean, that's usually pretty quiet anyway. Constables,
Yeah, just a couple calls up to by the water tub, Proctor House, for burning garbage. There was a couple complaints. So I visited them and they assured me they wouldn't burn any more garbage, but fire was still going the next morning. More, I talked to Steve Batchelor, and him and Dan had been involved up there.
State
Had sent people over, and it's a hard,
it is, I
Nothing-
asked the
nothing gets
hazmat,
done.
I
Nothing
asked the
gets done.
hazmat guy, and he said, I don't know, he talked a big story, but it made it sound like it's not as easy as people think, like,
Especially if you
Call
own
somebody.
it in the,
Yeah.
you live there, so you're
it's
not renting it.
so
If
I
you rent it,
talked
it's
to the
different.
young kid up there, he's 18.
Yeah.
I told him I'd keep my eye on it. If I have to, I'll pull in again, but
yeah.
it was 2 weekends ago. No, I haven't seen a fire since then.
I haven't seen smoke.
But
Times I've looked up
that weekend there was,
there.
I mean, he told me it wasn't.
Yeah. I heard from a couple people that weekend as
But-
well.
But anyways, other than that,
And the one dog issue, that dog
Yeah.
got rehomed.
yeah,
Different dog one that we were talking about earlier, but
yeah.
it got,
Yeah, that situation,
issue.
Dan had been working on that, been there many times.
yeah, so
And it got
that's,
rehomed, that's a positive.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, the owners knew, they couldn't keep it home and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was,
they had tried for a while to
Yeah.
rehome it. They were prepared to do
Yeah.
what they had to do, so we're thankful that it
yeah, that's very
came
good.
through, so. Other than that, it's quiet, we're still looking for a constable.
Yes, same with the zoning administrator and health officer.
Any
That's right.
volunteers?
What a great year to volunteer, the
Yeah.
250th
Well, it's not
anniversary
volunteer,
of our
it's a
country.
stipend money,
Yeah,
stipend.
paid position.
Yeah,
You do get some cash. Not much. Fire Fest.
Haven't heard anything?
Nothing there. All right, so now we're at update on ongoing grants, and we will start with Dawn.
Okay, so we've been asked I don't know who the original asked from, but it involves the Department of Libraries, Rural Edge, and the library. And the Department of Libraries has asked to amend the grant, the grant document to add this attachment C.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, I don't know whether this is this is a modification of an attachment C that already exists.
Yep.
Or if there wasn't one.
There
But
should have been one.
Yes, I agree.
If there wasn't, then they're covering themselves, because
Right.
these are the state grants for these are the state conditions for pass-through money. So it's like money they've gotten from someone, these are the conditions that they carry with their funding. This is very, very, very standard, so
Right.
they're not asking for much. But I will tell you that any opportunity you have to change your contract is an opportunity for both sides to do something. So if there's something on like the library end where you're like, oh, we need some sort of modification, you have an opportunity to do that now. So just try and think before you say, absolutely, just make sure to talk to your contractors and stuff and just be like, is there anything else we have to adjust that's in our scope that's different than we think it's gonna?
Well, we've had lots of meetings.
Okay. So they would,
Between Rural Edge and the contractor, and everyone is chomping at the bit to get started on the
get this
work.
going.
And in order to get started on the work, we need to get the money set up, so.
yeah.
I'm not aware of any need to amend from our end
No, that's
for
just
the description of the scope of work
Yeah.
or anything else that I know of.
So we're party to the contract.
Yes.
We're party, so we need to agree to this as like a motion, or do they ask us to sign something from the town?
I think there's a signature at the end of it, but yes, the town needs to approve the amendment of the lease to include this attachment C, so that would be my motion.
I don't think there is, but how did we?
I saw a page that had a signature line on. Oh, here we go. I'm sorry. It's on the top here. There it is. Amendment to grant. I didn't get you to all the pages. And presumably they'll send
Oh,
something
okay.
that's the actual document, not with the watermark draft on it. But, so part of my motion would be to, if the motion passes, to authorize Lisa to sign on the town's behalf.
And this is just for rural edge, really. Yeah, I would second your motion. Any discussion? Did I just lose that paper? Oh, there it is. And Lisa can sign on behalf? Okay, I'll make, all in favor of having Lisa sign to amend the agreement to include the new standard state provisions and terms, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, all against, no one. This their copy, or no?
Yeah,
Well-
it's Lisa's copy, yeah. Oops.
And everyone's chomping at the bit, that's exciting.
Yes.
All right, MERP, I'll give an update. I submitted our quarterly,
Did you see my email back to you?
what is it? Yeah, it was, I guess I hit the wrong, it's confusing because it's like, have you been reimbursed for anything yet? And I guess, I don't know if we technically have, because the lady from NVDA tells me we haven't. And so I said nothing, and then it didn't let me fill in the rest of those questions. So I'm gonna write the state and be like, oh, by the way, we did, and write in what you said. But I did see that, and I was like, wait, how did I screw this up?
Yeah.
So, but the good news is I put in the grant that we're doing this project, and an update. I think this is gonna need an amendment to our contract as well. So our contract, or our grant, agreement with the state includes an individual heating system there and an individual heating system here. So we need to have it amended to be a central heating system at some point. It's all been approved, previously approved with them, that they're excited and they think it's an awesome project. For one of their, they think it's like one of their signature projects from this funding round, actually, to have two buildings, and I know FPR is excited about it too. So going along with that theme, about the boiler first, just I've prepared an application for municipal wood pellet, advanced wood heat conversion grant money from the U.S. Forest Service through Vermont Forest Parks and Recreation. So I think we're going to get $50,000 possibly from there, or we're requesting that because that's what it said to put like how much the project is, and then choose them, and it comes out to the highest like we can ask. So we've already been pre-approved, so I guess we'll find out more on that. And then I haven't heard from the Efficiency Vermont. They're the ones that just go right to the contractor. I don't know if there's an application process with that or what, but they were the ones that helped design some of the units that went in here. They're engineers that worked with Lime Green Heat and basically provided their free service of engineering for us. They have funding too, so I think it's like $3,000 possibly per address at the most, or $3,000 if they consider this one project. So it's either $6,000 or $3,000 there. But then back to MERP, we have those other projects. So the community building weatherization projects, the fire station, windows, LED lighting, and doors, I think, not the overhead doors, and a couple things over at the highway garage. I've had people come and look at both these here and ask questions about the fire department and here, electrical and construction side of things. Nothing at the highway garage, but Kevin said he was
Kevin
gonna
might
connect
up
with
there.
Harold and go over there, so, Kevin Ricker, who we just accepted bid from the other, so hopefully there is some interest. That's not like, what is it, the fan and like weather stripping?
Yeah,
And I took out the foundation
right.
insulation repair.
And in your thing, you have the change for the change of windows and not just the inserts?
Yeah. Yeah, and the state I ran that by them 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I guess it's broadly written in the grant agreement, like for the windows, like what increase like weatherization factors or something, increase our
Efficiency.
yeah, it's very broad. They're like, oh yeah, that's like better than what you were going to do. So it's not like that was okay. Yeah. The other thing that this is a change from the RFP, but it's the same thing in the grant. So I think we're gonna end up seeing a bid for this side of the wall here. That will include a little bit of electrical work, also be able to be covered by MERP, but we might have to call Aiken, right, as our electrical,
He's plumbing and heating. So we have Collins that does our electrical at times.
it would be to move, there's some outlets on the wall here that going across that thing. Also, I can't remember if I asked Steve, but I know I asked Kevin about the microwave, and he said easy peasy, get a microwave with the vent up above the,
He said it doesn't need to be vented.
oh, it doesn't?
Yeah, he said it
Oh.
shouldn't be. I
Yeah.
think
Well, either
that's how
way,
it's
we have-
Fire
said.
has it to be vented, but,
Well, oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, either way, if we wanted to, we could, but,
and then he talked about he has to insulate through the food shelf in the storage room,
how's it look?
Strip.
Is it like behind shelving back there, or is it,
no, it's a full wall, sheetrock wall.
Isn't it like,
it's already sheetrock over this?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
See,
that's what he suspected, but I
He
was like,
said it could use blown-in insulation,
okay,
and,
it's just gonna go in from above, and
yeah.
that's what he suspected was back there, and I don't even in there like twice, and I didn't remember what,
Yeah,
I knew there were shelves, but I didn't know what was behind it.
no, that's on the inside wall.
Oh yeah, that is on the inside, yeah. And then I went to look through the windows, and there's like curtains, so it's like, oh, I guess I have no idea what's going on in there. Yeah, so those bids are due before our next meeting.
Yep,
I think it's good there's interest, so fingers crossed we get some more bids.
Yep.
The USDA river cleanup. That one's interesting. So tied into that, I did not write the letter about Act 181, mostly because I was in the middle of something with like trying to figure out that project subject to an Act 250 permit. We don't hold. We're not the permittee, but Upper Valley Grill is. And as the property owner, the permit goes with the land. Even though we're sponsoring work on that property, it's really confusing. We got a couple, like I put the sort
isn't
of,
the property the river?
yeah, and I'd put like okay guys, we have like a couple days to cut down trees that are like this big, like give us a response, which we did get a response from Act 250, and I called the USDA woman who had really no experience working in Vermont, and we came to the conclusion the trees could be cut down. And so I talked to Bill and was like, yeah, cut the trees down. Literally, guys, we're talking trees too, this
And
big.
that's on Bill's property. And the property
It's
owner,
on-
isn't a property owner
It's on the bank of the
allowed
river.
to cut a tree or no?
Not when they have an Act 250 permit. So, like, we come to the conclusion we cut the trees down. What I didn't do, and this is where if we did something we shouldn't have done, the town unfortunately will take the blame. I should have reread the email that was like preceding the other email, because it was discussed about how where the tree was located on the bank was important or something. We'll end up maybe planting a couple trees or something. I don't think anything's gonna come of it, but long story short, it took someone 5 minutes to cut the trees down. They're down, they're gone.
Oh, they're down.
The project has no problem with trees.
Okay.
It's just so this was like Thursday afternoon, I talked to USDA and I was like, what do you think about this email? I'm like, why can't they just say yes or no? And so we like talked about it, and that's when we were like, it seems like we could cut them. Then Friday afternoon, I got back, I was like just checking my emails, like late, like before going to sleep, check the town emails, see what's going on. And they scheduled a site walk down there on Monday. And I couldn't be there, I had like work stuff scheduled, and I was like, you know what? I might let them go see it.
Yeah.
I talked to Bill, I was like, just tell them, we cut the trees down, the town did. Just tell them that, you know? We're talking, I'm not kidding you.
So
Like,
what happened?
I haven't heard from anyone. I'm hoping good, no news is good news is what
All
we're
right,
hoping
yeah,
here.
all right, good.
Honestly, like, it shouldn't be a problem, but yeah, I haven't heard anything. But it's kind of scary dealing with those people. But I feel bad. I probably should have like double, triple read stuff. But like when you look at something there's like 100 of these trees and 20 feet. You know, we're talking the leading one on each end, so an excavator can swing its bucket and drop stuff over there, and they can load it in a truck and get it out of there. So, in the end, I think we'll probably end up
Should be.
planting a couple trees or something, if anything.
On the Act 181 thing, I haven't checked in the last couple of days, but there had been some real
There's
movement to actually go ahead and repeal the
Yeah.
objectionable I don't know the latest.
it's close.
Because I haven't seen in the
I
last
have
couple of
heard
days.
the driveway part, the 800 feet driveway part has been taken out.
Yeah, and then the other things were delayed, and one of the big things, the tier 3 rules, and this is one of the things we need to do with our town plan. They inserted that already in the town plan. Remember when we had to when we were like, oh, let's re-amend the town plan and just throw it back out there so we have one? Those were the maps and like blocks and all the stuff they threw in there, and we had to add like an objective about protecting them and blah, blah, blah. That is now invalid. And honestly, we shouldn't put it in there, and we should make sure it's out. Because at the time our plan is put in, our town is actually against it. So we shouldn't have it in there as a
So
place.
somebody letting the planning commission know?
I wanted to go last night, but I had a 1-year anniversary last night, and so I did not go.
Yeah.
I wanted to. But we get to see and comment, discuss, and see the draft. But tier 3, I think, has either been pushed way back to 2031 or 2032, or possibly removed as well. And the tier 3 was like the overly restrictive rural land use controls that really pissed me off. I mean, it's like we have good zoning and we have good regulations here. You worked on them. We all worked on them. I mean, I think I have good regulations and don't really need the state being like, oh, this is where we step in, you know. So anyway, that's just something to think about. So I didn't draft that letter because I was in the middle of that thing with the Act 250 people, and I was going to mention that as like, here, like, it's something very simple that Act 250 is making very difficult. And I was waiting for that to play out, and then now here we are. I don't know if we still need to even prepare the letter. There was a motion, I had it slightly
Yeah, I'm
prepared.
not sure. I mean, if it's not completely done yet, I don't think it hurts to go, especially since we talked about before, But you don't have to tell a different story. You could just say on record that
We appreciate your vote to
We-
repeal this and do that and
Yeah.
protect,
Yeah.
rural Vermont, yada, yada. Yeah, I'll come up with something,
Okay.
if it's already been passed. But yeah, I kept thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm kind of hung up in this Act 250 thing right now. Like, do I really feel like, I don't know. So I didn't do it, for that reason. All right, that covers, I still have 2 other things I'm adding to the open to public. Anyone else have anything for grants? No, okay. Open to the public now and other business? Anyone open?
I have a couple things.
Yeah.
Terminex is the company that we use to help,
Wasps.
yeah, with WAP. So last week was sunny, if you all remember the day or 2 that we had, and it was crazy. Like, we were telling people to leave the ramp. That's how busy. I asked if they were allergic, and one was, and so they left through the ramp because they're just
Yeah, so bad.
all over the place. So it was, I called Terminex, and by chance, it was the day they were coming. It's like unreal. So they came 3 hours later, and we had him do the special spray. He was here quite a while and doing these sprays and all that, but they're back. Not as bad, but they're back today. We saw some.
Or just, I mean, there's no way you could get them all.
You can't, I don't know how you
Sure.
can
I
get them
wonder
all,
if
but
they, like, if it's a chemical where they take it back to a nest or something and then
It's
they
a
sort of-
powder that he sprayed up in the corner as you walk up the ramp. Cause you could see, that's like, you could stay, we stood there, me and him stood there and watched them, and you could see where they were like
going.
moving and stuff. And so he sprayed all in there, and then he did some other spray around the door. That was instant kill type, but this powder was supposed to last for,
years.
yeah, he said a long time, but
So
this
what-
giant building, there's a million spots for
Yeah,
them.
we're
make
just
their
gonna
little
have to
nest.
monitor it, and we might, and he said call back if it's not fixed, so can't imagine it's fixed with one shot, but.
That's a plus
maybe.
though, at least they weren't like, we won't see you for a few months, good luck, like
Right,
last
I
year.
know.
Right,
So-
that was last year.
The other thing was, the speed sign. So they had the pre-construction meeting, Harold and Tom was involved.
Yep.
And so there's a frame around it, we need to change it to fit so we only have to keep the one pole. We don't have to add a different pole, so we're gonna be ordering a different frame, basically, to mount it, and so that's all in process.
Okay.
So we'll be able to return the frame that it's in.
Gotcha.
And then we bought the two new frames, which are like $150. So hopefully we're all good. But that's still in the works. Harold's on vacation, so he knows we ordered it, so it's still moving along.
This is the fastest the speed signs have moved.
I know,
So
it's great.
Better knock on wood.
Yeah, so, and then the other thing that opened was Green Up Day that I talked to all 3 of you about, and you need to talk about it and make a decision if you want a dumpster or what.
well, the good news is there's a lot of events going on for Green Up Day. So things are coming together nicely. I've got the Green Up Day coordinator coming. She's going to her camp in Reigate this weekend and asked if we needed more supplies. I haven't heard anything, but I might have her drop a couple rolls of bags off in the front office. But anyway, the library is doing a 9:30 in the morning story time. It is a Green Up Day themed story time, which should be really exciting. And that is going to be followed by a community cleanup. Meet at the library. Rural Edge and AmeriCorps will have volunteers out, and they will be cleaning up the community. They were looking for volunteers to help bring trash bags over. I was gonna hopefully be able to help bring trash bags from the library but if anyone happens to be driving by and sees a bunch of kids out there with green trash bags and wants to force the kids to throw them in their truck and take them over to the highway garage, you can lend a hand. That's one thing we are doing this year again is the highway garage as the location for drop-offs. We were talking about, Lisa had mentioned, I forgot one more thing. Oh, we'll go with the dumpster discussion. Lisa had mentioned that Salvation Army has helped the town with disposal and helped residents in town if they needed assistance disposing of things on their property, pumping out septics, like when things get to be close to a health issue or a neighboring issue, someone just needs a hand. There's funding available for folks that don't really have too much. We had proposed a project, I believe, or no, you hadn't proposed it. We were discussing with them possibly helping a property owner clean up their property, and the idea of, well, could this funding be used to pitch in for a dumpster at the highway garage for Green Up Day, right? Or just
Yes,
for,
right. Yep,
Yeah.
so they're ready to contribute $350 towards the dumpster, which is like $765.
yeah.
So that's a nice portion. It's
Yeah.
just, it's just needs to be said if that's what you want to do.
So it was, I guess, I didn't think much about it since you told me about this upstairs. We would need to know now because Saturday, May 2nd is before our next meeting, obviously. Do we know if someone can deliver a dumpster in that?
I've been talking to Pete's
Okay.
Rubbish, and they know this deal I was telling them about, so they
I think
seem to
it's-
be very good to work with. And they will still charge the $4 a bag for the green bags.
Yeah.
So that isn't a fee too. It's not instead of, it's the same.
Well, it'd be harder to see the green bags
Yeah.
go over the dumpster and count them accurately.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be 700 and whatever on its own, and then $4 for every
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah.
And we have 500, I think, budgeted for Green Up
Yes.
typically. I know
Yeah.
some years we've gone over,
Yeah.
other years we've.
Because we do have to there'll be tires and there'll be
Yeah.
some metal and mattresses or what have you, and we'll have
Someone
to
will have to
pay.
bring it over
We'll
somewhere.
have to pay to get those removed, so.
Yeah, the tires we've historically brought over and paid. Maybe if it's a mattress, it'll go in that dumpster, or no. it
I
can't.
don't know.
I don't know
I don't
what their laws. Well, I think with all the community events going on, it's probably a good idea. We would, that would give us a place other than the ground to put green bags, right?
Right.
And maybe I can put up like an easel or something where people can, tally the number of bags that they put in the dumpster, just as sort of fun.
Oh, do you want people to put the bags in the dumpster? I thought it's for other
No,
stuff.
it's for other stuff.
Yeah.
Bags stay on the ground.
Otherwise, you just leave
We're
the
paying
bag.
twice,
Right,
yeah.
right.
Bags stay on
You
the
want
ground.
maybe a sign.
But they're gonna charge
bag
$4 for the
here.
bags,
Oh,
no matter
this is
what.
not for the
No, this is for
mattresses?
stuff that won't fit in a bag that people want to
Yeah.
get rid of.
That's how I understood it.
So are we gonna invite the community to bring stuff down? Cause like someone might fill a ton dumpster pretty quick.
That's,
That's
right.
the worry, I mean,
The
but
right
it
person.
has to, I don't know.
How many
It's
yards?
1 ton.
I think it's
ton.
the
So I don't
one
know.
that's on the bigger truck that is like the size of Upper Valley Grills.
Yeah, this will fill up quick.
So, I think it's a good idea, but I think that you don't advertise that real broadly.
Yeah.
You just have really good signs that say what can be put there and what cannot be put there.
and do we know that?
Well,
Like
I guess
you're
you
saying,
find out from
mattresses.
Pete, right? What can be put in
Is
there?
is Pete bringing it to a New Hampshire landfill? Because then anything can go in there. If it's going to a Vermont landfill, there's a
possibly,
million
yeah,
terms
they're
and
New Hampshire,
conditions as
so.
to what can be buried and what can't. But that's the trick, is you're not allowed to dispose of things at Vermont landfills, that if your garbage service is taking it to New Hampshire. Not to say that you shouldn't, but if it's going to New Hampshire, it's a lot better.
I think you have to also accept that budget's gonna go over,
Is that the green up,
yeah.
with all the events and everything?
Well, no,
Yeah.
just with the
With the
dumpster.
The
expense.
dumpster.
Yeah, it's
you know,
definitely gonna go
$700 for the dumpster, plus $4 for every bag, which we usually use up, and then we're gonna get the 300
So
to
that'd be
offset some of
1,100
it.
minus 3, so like 800 is what you'd spend, and you said you had bids at 500, right? You might be
Yeah, and
right.
last year we reported 70 bags times 40, so what is that, 280, 300?
280, and then all the extra stuff that had to be sent.
Tires and stuff.
Oh yeah, that
separately.
crap.
You know, so it's just a thought.
Mm,
And then if you decide to do this, then we need to let Highway know of
Yeah.
what's happening, so.
I think because he's not here, I don't know about that either. I think we just scrap by like we typically do and see if Harold will put the bucket down for the tires again this year, and then we just got the big pile of stuff. He usually takes the metal.
Who
puts it
takes
in
all
his
the
truck.
metal over and the
He
tires?
does.
Oh,
They just
Harold
add-
has done, Steve's done it,
yeah.
you know, it's just whoever's going there.
Usually, yeah, they'll just take a ride down there with the tires and just load it pretty quickly. They don't want them sitting there. They're,
Yeah.
want their
So
racing clean.
maybe we should what would go in that dumpster, we don't know. Right?
I mean, it is New Hampshire, so if
Yeah.
it's no sort and whatever
Yeah.
thing down
Well-
there, then maybe
And
anything.
it could just be someone cleaning up their own house
Right.
and bringing all their junk down,
Yeah,
not necessarily cleaning up.
not a green bag, it could be just a regular trash bag. But it will fill, yeah.
I don't know.
Do you have trouble with people bringing bags other than green
No.
bags? No.
Not that I've ever seen,
No.
but
It's usually
I'm not.
people dumping their tires they don't want on the
Yeah.
side of the road
Yeah,
the
yeah.
week
Rand's
before,
tires,
and then you're
stuff.
like, everyone finds tires, and they're like, oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know how you, unless someone stays there and monitors it.
Yeah.
I said upstairs, I said, just put a sign that says this area is up for video surveillance, and that'll stop like 90% of people from
Right.
being like, you know what, But, there's always the bad apples that look around for the cameras and be like, oh, they're on. And then, I don't know. I guess,
Yeah, not really being involved in the past. How big of a mess do we have up there when it's
I think people are pretty good.
pretty good?
Bringing
Yeah,
the green bags, they're all,
yeah.
I think it's always
Yeah.
been pretty considerate.
it depends, like, what's fast. Sometimes it'll be like some rusted out hulk of something gets dumped.
I know there's a refrigerator on the railroad bed that my husband's gonna try to get picked up.
I have a transmission I've been dying to get.
So those will be brought somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
That they've been there for a long time and
yeah. But
needs to
that
be
would-
picked up.
I know which one he's talking about.
So.
I don't know.
You can table it and then make a decision like out of the meeting, like say
Yeah.
something that you think about it, work on it, and
And just, yeah.
then let us
Touch
know.
base with Harold, he'll be back Monday. See
Yeah.
if he,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Maybe,
See what his thoughts are, yeah.
and we can,
yeah,
we don't have to have a motion on
No.
that.
No.
Right, we
just
can,
to make a motion for one of us to approve it. If Harold's on board and we think there's a need, then one of us.
Find out what can go
One
in
of us,
it.
yeah.
If it's,
Find out if it's being brought to New Hampshire for
I
disposal.
mean, you're not gonna be
then
able to put a refrigerator in it.
No, I know.
New Hampshire. I think
no,
you can.
and, right, you're gonna take
No,
all
that'll
that
be
and
go up to
recycle.
recycling, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that will all be
Yeah, so,
separate.
Oh, well, that's metal, yeah, that's.
Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, do people, because it's green up there and they can get a bag and it's free, do they come grab them and put their,
I've
I don't
never
look
seen
through the
that.
bags.
most of it's just all
I
from
think it's all
roadside.
from the roads, but,
Yeah.
I don't go through
Yeah.
them, but.
You see the leaves in the bags, the
Well,
liquid.
like years ago, they used to have 30-yard dumpsters up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they'd have a metal pickup or,
Yeah,
and they used to fill that up.
yeah,
Yeah, I
bulky
bet.
I
day,
mean,
yeah.
that's,
Well, that's what I asked at first, what size it was. I was like, oh, if it's one of those big, long, the size
Yeah.
of this room ones, like, yeah, sure, like, go
Yeah.
do it. You have
Yeah,
$700.
no, he just
but-
gave me a price of one ton, that's what I
Yeah,
thought we would
smallish.
get, cause I
Yeah.
don't know.
so, yeah, make a motion that we can talk with Harold, see if there's a need.
Yeah.
And, we can approve it
Yeah.
next week.
We'll discuss. Yeah, that works. I guess, do we need a motion or just sort of, yeah.
Okay.
It's a small purchase too, so it's under
Yeah.
our purchasing, so
Yeah.
one of us can make that
Kind of
decision.
give us a little time to think of what would
Yeah,
actually
think
go
about
in
it.
it.
Think of options, ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All just thoughts.
Take,
Yeah, I will think about that. That's a good idea. Last thing about Green Update is there's at the Retreasured Community Closet, there's a bottle and can drive from 9:30 in the morning to 12:30 in the afternoon on Green Up Day. So if you're saving your bottles and cans and going to
And
the
it's returnables.
Yeah, returnables. If you're bringing them to the transfer station and you want to donate to a local organization, bring them down to Retreasured on Saturday, May 2nd.
Okay.
I sent all that to the state, like I said, or to the Green Update people, so they should post it on their thing. Good. Lastly, but not least, for years I've been seeing on the news, like, I'm a scientist by like career, personally. I've seen these things about the big night. It's when the amphibians like get out of their their mold dens or whatever and cross the street.
Were you
Go-
one of those people on the
So
road?
yeah, so last week, it's like Tuesday night, whatever night was before the thunderstorms, it was a rainy night, and the snow had just sort of gotten, all the little patches were gone in the woods at my house, and I live up on State Forest Road, and I said to Travis, I go, this is probably the big night. I go, I want to go see what type of salamanders are around, and he's like, sure. Yeah, an hour and a half later, we walked onto Ricker Pond. We must have saved like hundreds of salamanders. They're like between that big, this big, tiny
Really?
ones. This one we have a picture of. It's the first time it was documented in Groton. Of all the biologists, yeah, they knew it was here. No one has ever taken a picture of it, so we have a picture of that. But it was really cool to see.
We saw they were stopping traffic on 302.
Really?
Orange, yeah, there's a whole, that spot. It's past you, where they have the signs always.
Yeah.
And it was on the news, so it's, and Toby and Luke had come through.
By Riddle
and seen
Pond
it.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Oh,
And they had flashlights and orange vests on and, staring at the road.
Oh, good God.
302.
this was 10 o'clock at night. My really big flashlight would shine like a nice layer, and you could see every single one, tiny little peepers that you barely ever see. Saw hundreds of them, but the salamanders were really cool. So anyone who has an interest in science, or a kid interested in science, that first rainy night after the snow is gone and the puddles fill up in the forest, everything moves, and it was very, very cool.
Wow.
I wish I didn't wait till I was 44 to go look at it. But anyway, I thought I'd add that, and that's all I had.
Interesting.
I don't know how to put that on the minutes.
You're crossing the Groton Road.
Look it up on Channel 3
Under,
News.
under other business.
An update.
For the nerds.
For the geeks that I don't have my
funny.
fans, I gotta tell you, I have my fans. People that see me
Now
around
you call
town.
that the big night, is that what you call it?
Yeah, that's what they've been calling it, and that's part of the reason probably why I don't like it, because when things get weird names, I'm like, they call it the big night, and like you'll start seeing it on the news in southern Vermont like 2 or 3 weeks earlier than here usually. But it was cool. I don't know. I didn't take as many good pictures. I'm not good with the camera with them. But I have all sorts of sweet pictures. Yeah. Anyway, very neat. Is that all?
Yep.
Well, I'll make a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye,
Aye.
Awesome.
very good.
Streak of hour-long meetings. Actually, no, we had a long one.